Let's get crazy. What the heck?
And I'm live before I meant to be. Because I just realized I got paint back there I gotta grab. So, I'm back with the 2019 Lancer that I'm doing. I'll end up finishing it before the end of today because, well, today's the last day. It's New Year's Eve. Gotta get this finished. So, we're, let's take a look, see what we got here. So, did the shield, did some silver and stuff on it. What just happened? Did the camera go down? No. Okay. I've got weird noises coming in at me, so I thought the camera had crashed. Anyway, like I said, I thought the camera had crashed, but apparently it didn't. So, basically, what we're looking at here, I've got all my wonderful contrast paints. And I'm thinking maybe that blue? I don't know. What y'all think? That blue? Of course, there's ultramarine blue, which I think is actually closer to what it's supposed to be. But that one, I gotta shake the crap out of it. It's settled like crazy. Yeah, I probably should have thought about this before I went on the stream, huh? Oh well. I don't know. I think we're going to go with ultramarine blue. We're going to have to shake the crap out of it, though. This one just looks like a little too almost neon. Anyway. Like I said, we're going to give it a shot. It's probably not the best thing for me to do on this, but we'll give it a actually, we'll try it out on the shield is what we'll do. Or no, we'll try it out on his arm. There we go. So for some reason, this the ultramarine blue really settles. So it's a little crazy. Gotta give it a good shake. And sometimes even a good shake doesn't quite do it. Really should have looked at this before. Oh well. Live and learn, right? So we're going to give this a little test and see what happens here. Let's see how we're looking. Not too bad. Give it one more little shake here, and then we'll go for broke. Alright. So, because it's 2019 and it is, you know, contrast, big year, I figured what the hell, I'd give it a shot on this. Because I've used... That was Gilman Blue over both of them, believe it or not, and it's actually the same color. There's nothing really different done between the two besides how I did it. Well, besides, I think that one was a lot more coats, and this one was lighter, and I actually waited for them to dry between, so it sort of went on a little better. So we're going to try this blue. Not bad. Although it's looking sort of... okay. Well, I may have spoke too soon. No. Let's give it a shot here and see what happens. Oh, wow. Hey, Robin. Hey, Jacob. How are you doing? So, not sure if this is really going on there like I really want it to or not. It may look like thinner might be better on this. I'm going to take a little bit of it off. So, I usually watch the... If you hear me talking about stuff that I'm seeing, I look up. And I'm usually watching the comments on Facebook Live, which for some reason tends to go way behind everything else, apparently. So maybe I'd should try watching the Twitch stream. I don't know. I've heard that one's actually pretty quick. So there's that. And one of the things with contrast is you want to try to get, if you've got like an area, you want to try to get it all on there in one. Oh, I'm way off screen. Shoot, sorry. I didn't look up. If you're going to do the contrast, you want to try to get it all, so this glove, you want to try to get it all over the areas that you're going to do in the blue together, and that way it sort of all dries together. I don't know. It's different. I think I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see where we go. Alright. So I'm using one of my old army painter brushes here. It's not exactly the most precise thing in the world, so I'm trying to be careful. Man, I can't get on camera to save my life today. There's that. Just run that right. Yeah, see? We're back off camera again. There we go. Did I angle it different or something? Let's give it a little tilt here. There we go. Maybe that'll help. So, yeah, I'm trying to run right along that edge without getting into the brass color. And then we'll go right up along here. Right down. Boop. So the blue on top of it. It's definitely going to look different than the other two. We'll see how we go. We'll probably end up doing some battle damage or something like that onto it. Let some of that silver come back through. So make sure I'm on camera and we're back. Yep. Alright, well, the comments are doing their funky thing again, where they have scrolled off the bottom. It doesn't make sense why it's doing that. But what do I know, right? And then I'm going to do this little flange in the blue. But I'm going to leave that under one in the silver, I think. I don't know. Think about it. For right now, it's going to stay as is. Like I said, I'm just trying to get like the whole plate in one shot. Man, I'm like diving off the camera. Yep, it's great. This is some professional grade stuff going today. Anyway, I'm trying to get this one plate because it is, you try to get it all at one shot because the contrast does better when it all dries together, so. Now, as far as like high highlights and all that fun stuff, you're not going to see that on this. Contrast does a lot better on smaller details. If you've got a big field like what I'm putting in here right now, this big round area across there, contrast doesn't do so well. The highlights and stuff that it does, it just doesn't do as well on big, smooth areas. Any kind of organic shade that's got a bunch of folds and ripples and that kind of stuff, it tends to do really well on those. But big, flat areas, it doesn't have anything to pool in. So it just sort of... That's a technical term. But it is 2019. Even though I'm sort of looking at this going, why did I spend all that time doing that silver? It does change what's getting seen through this a little bit. This color seems to be a little more... it's definitely one of the darker colors. I haven't tried it over a white base or anything like that, so I don't know exactly what it looks like compared to what it looks like when you put it over what it's supposed to go on. But it's definitely a darker blue. Maybe I should have thought about thinning it, but, well, I don't know. Okay, so that's it on top of silver. So, I wonder what it looks like. On white. A little brighter, I guess. All right. Sort of taking a look at what I painted before and what didn't get painted. So, actually, we're gonna go to a thinner brush. We're gonna go a little more. Go to the 0 or do we go to the 1? We're gonna try the 0. See how that does. So one thing you got to watch with these is you can't water them down, so sure as hell don't put them on your wet palette. It's just going to be bad. Be a bad day. There's that. This is that little spot at his hips. It's like there's one little thing right there. They still painted blue. I don't know. It's not turning out too bad. Like I said, I'll probably come back and do some chips into the blue to weather it a little bit. It's going on there pretty darn flat. So, it's alright. Start coming across here. Alright, so let's see if you can see the angle that I'm trying to get on this. Trying to get in there between the arm, not hit the knee plate, Yeah, you can sort of see it. Not hit the leg. So I'm going to work it right up to that point and over. And then we'll reposition so you can sort of see where I'm at. There's a plate right there that goes up. We'll come down. Watch the back of the brush because we don't want to hit that knee plate. Then we'll go underneath. That's right. It's miniature contortions. Everybody thought that painting minis was all about steady hands. No, it's about how weird can you contort yourself around the model to get into those little areas and actually hit them. So we're back up here. Put our blue down right up to that point. Come around on the top. Ooh, yep. We definitely hit something there. I didn't see when I did it, but we did it. It's all right. We'll use our little wet brush eraser. Wet brush eraser. There we go. A little bit of water, a little bit of pressure. Came right off. Try to get that in there. Push down along there. Back along the back side. And look at this plate underneath here. Along the top there, down that back side, just around. Alright, so get a little bit of a point, because now we're going to try to do the tricky bit. If you are wondering if you got your brush clean, if you lick your brush, you will definitely know if there's contrast paint on there. So, because contrast paint tastes like crap, I'll tell you right now. across the top. So we definitely got something different than we did last year, or the year before that. So I think our trick this year is going to be figuring out how to shade this. Which is fine. So as compared to last year, it does sort of look more like the standard. Do I put the blue down on his arm? Yeah, let's do the blue down. Let's do that down there. Back around over here. Back down. Over there. Like so. Saw a spot there that didn't look like it got a whole lot. All right. Well, it's gonna get interesting. Set that over there and let that start drying up. Oh, I need a sip of coffee. Alright, let's see what we'll do here. trying to make sure we don't have too many brush marks or anything like that in there. And then right here around the swan's head. So for right now, it's okay if I go over on it a little bit. My blue's not really fixed, but I definitely want this up to the edge of the relief where that swan is. There we go. Let that dry down. So you're probably wondering why this looks different down here than it did on the upper bit. It's because the upper bit was done in a different metallic, and I'm also doing this thinner down here. So it takes a little different, looks just a little bit different. I don't really think I want that this year, so try putting it on a little thicker and see what happens. That's probably a bit much. All right. So there's that bit. So compared to previous years, we definitely went with a more box art sort of look. The contrast definitely covered up more of that metallic, less of it shining through, because I mean these were done pretty much as glazes down here. So like if you take a look at it, that's the very first attempt that I ever did. It did alright, but sort of splotchy. You can tell that didn't wait for it to dry and then had to try to fill in patches. This one did a lot better. Went down a lot smoother and all that. But so with our contrast, we've gone, some of the metallic is still shining through, but it looks almost like instead of the metal being blued, we've painted over, which oddly enough, that's actually what it's supposed to look like. So, you know, I guess that's what they would do, but just gonna tap that around the knee. And then, we forgot like a whole section of the leg down there. So just this little section down here underneath the knee. So it goes back around to the foot. Just trying to be careful not to get it on the section we don't want it to go on. Which down here at the bottom of the model is a little trickier. So there we go. Blue, blue, and blue. So I need to let that dry because it's hard to see on the camera, but there's still little bits and pieces up here. So if I start trying to shade or anything like that, it's gonna start running on me. So probably be doing a lot of Nuln Oil shading onto this, like into the recesses and sort of going around. May actually take a little bit of Drakenhof Nightshade and use that to darken up the blue and run that across to give it a little more shadow to where this brightens up on the top and this darkens down in here. Just going to try a couple of different things to get that blue color to look right for us. We'll be coming back over the top like the rivets with that. We'll come back with the silver and do those. And then we'll be adding some wash to the brass color a little bit, and then coming back with the brass or the copper and the gold to do some highlights onto that, catch the edges, set those off a little bit. We'll do snakebite leather along the wrap here. This has been done in gunmetal. You can sort of tell the difference between black, just barely, but we'll put a light coat over here, and then these little bits that hold the tie downs down, we'll do those in leather too. So I'll get a little bit on there, and yeah, it's not a whole lot to it. The shield here, probably put down some damn it, what's the name of that yellow? Avalan sunset? I got a piece of my beard in my mouth. Anyway, I'll do some of that onto there, and then bring that yellow up as it gets to the center and up toward the top, just to give it a shade, as opposed to where, I mean, we sort of tried that last year, but it's not much of one. Still didn't really know how to work yellow last year, so we'll try to get a little bit more of that yellow into this one and work it up just a hair more. And then we'll do a red jewel down here at the bottom, where darker on the bottom, pop the little, or darker on the top, pop. We'll do a red jewel, darker with the light coming through, so there'll be more red down here, darker up here at the top, with a little light source up there on the top, make it look pretty. But we're about 40 minutes in, and I gotta sit here and wait for this to dry, so we're gonna call this one quits for today. It is New Year's Eve, so go out, have some fun, but take care of how you're getting home. If not, call somebody. It's not that big a deal. Everybody loves to help out, so have fun. Don't do anything crazy tonight, and go paint something.